So I walk outside, I see this homeless guy, and I'm thinking about him. What about him? How could I give him an opportunity to laugh? Then I asked God, and God was like, you really want to know? And I was like, nope. Because you know it's going to be an assignment or something. Then I said yes, and we did this comedy tour. I mentioned it last time. We did a comedy tour, made a movie. It's called Comedy, The Road Less Traveled. The first place we went to was Fort Worth, Texas. There's a place there called the Samaritan House. Everyone there was homeless and they have HIV. I didn't think these people would be able to laugh. There was one dude named John. He doesn't talk to anybody. They told me in advance he don't talk to nobody. We did the show. People laughed. John walks up to me afterwards. I'm like, oh, my goodness, this is that dude. And he started moving his lips. And he said to me, he said, I just want you to know that up until tonight, I hadn't laughed in over 20 years. When he said that, I almost started crying. I was like, man, I ain't gonna be crying. You better back up. We leave there, we go to Montrose, Colorado. There's a place in Montrose called the Dolphin House. They take care of children who are being abused by their parents who are on drugs. And his grandmother tells him about her grandson who's so afraid of his mom. One of the things his mom has been doing to him is she's been pulling out his toenails. This little boy is so afraid of his mom, everywhere he goes, he wears a Spider-Man costume to protect himself. His grandmother explains to me he doesn't take it off. He don't take it off or anything. I hear his story, I hear all these other kids' stories. Then they bring them all in and I gotta do jokes for them. If my mindset was to get laughs from people, I'm cool. There's no way I would have did the show. God changed my mindset to giving people an opportunity to laugh, so I understand now it's my assignment to do this show. I get up on stage, I start doing comedy, sitting right up front, Spider-Man, full costume. He has his back to me, he's clenching his grandmother sitting on her lap. I start doing comedy, people start laughing. 20 minutes into it, a lot of people are laughing, and then I hear a voice come from right here, and the voice says, my name is Ronan. This little boy pulls off his mask and introduces himself to me. And he starts talking to me for like 9 minutes like I'm not doing a comedy show. He talked about Spider-Man, he talked about Batman. He said, Batman has a belt. And I was like, you know, I got a belt too if you don't sit down somewhere, right? That's exactly what happened. Yo, the whole room laughed. It was probably the biggest laugh of the night. Listen, Rock, I can guarantee you it was not in my notes to do a joke about whooping kids in a room full of abused kids. That's just not good math. That's not good math. But God knew what comedy needed to be done. The gorilla, the elephant, so to speak, had to leave the room. We had an amazing time. We leave there, we go to Skid Row. Dude said, I've been homeless for 7 years. I was on crack cocaine for 5 years. I was beaten, stabbed, and left for dead. You gonna make me laugh, Michael Jr.? Thanks for the pressure, dude. Same dude uses his left hand to keep himself from falling out of his chair in laughter. It's cool because you see the transformation that takes place. All I did was show off my gift. My gift isn't any greater than any gift that's in this room. God's not showing me favoritism. You have a gift, you have a talent. You're not funny, great. There's something else you can do that somebody else really, really needs. So we leave there. So we go to the Dolphin House, we go to all those places, then we go to a youth prison. The youth prison was, it was a little hard. They just want you to banter with them back and forth. I was like, cool, I could do that. I was like, you know what go good with that muscle shirt? Some muscles. I'm like, what is that, a wife threatener? That stuff was hilarious. So we had fun, we had a great time. We leave there, we go to an adult prison. It's completely different. These are grown men doing real time. I'm going there to do jokes and leave, hopefully. As soon as I walk in, the warden takes my belt from me. He's like, you can't have a belt. Somebody might try to hang you. I'm like, can't they just boo me or something? Why they gotta hang me? I got another show to do. They gonna hang me? So I'm scared for real. I'm scared. I'm in prison, my pants loose. This is a bad idea, man. I'm just saying, I got 7 different ways to look at this, man. So I'm scared, man. I'm walking in. I got no joke. I don't know what I'm gonna say. I had a joke before I got into prison. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this one. No, it didn't feel right when I got in there. I was gonna be like, you know, you guys are a captive audience. I just wanna say that. But I didn't feel a peace in my spirit when I got in there, though. I was like, maybe I shouldn't do that joke. It's not safe. So I have no joke. I don't know what I'm gonna say. I walk in, the bars are open in front of me, they close behind you. I'm walking in, all the prisoners got on pink jumpsuits. So what? I ain't saying nothing about them jumpsuits. I got nothing to say. I don't know what I'm gonna say. I walk in, there's no stage, there's no glass. We're not doing comedy on the phone. These cats are right here. And I got nothing, I don't know what I'm gonna say. I got 2 steps left. I put this foot down, I still have no joke. This is my last step. When this foot comes down, I gotta bring the funny, or I don't know what's gonna happen. I lift this foot up, I set it down, and I look, and for real, sitting right up front is a white dude with a white beard named Moses. I was like, thanks, Lord. When I said these words to Moses, the place exploded in laughter. We had an amazing time. I said, Moses, this is what I want you to do. When you see the prison warden, I want you to look him in his eye. You look him right in his eye, and I want you to say, let my people go. For real. It's 2 things you gotta catch. First of all, I didn't know what I was gonna say or what I was gonna do until I got my feet where they needed to be. Also, how did I get that at that moment, at that time, with that kind of pressure? I was practicing. Even when I didn't know I was practicing, I was practicing. God knows the plans he has for you. He has plans to prosper you. He knows, even if you don't see it. In fact, if you do see it, those are your plans. If you can't see it all, that's God's plans. Because it's going to take some faith to get there. You're going to have to be able to hear his voice so you know which choice to make on which way to go.